Come on.
Push.
You can do this.
Push.
You can do this.
Call for the nurse.
Push.
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 Human birth is known to be troublesome. It is even dangerous if modern medical services are not in place. Such a level of dependence on technology makes you wonder, isn't it a biological disadvantage?
Other animals, even human-like primates, have no trouble in delivering. Why? Because humans have relatively large brains and a small pelvis opening. Other than the common mammal's brain, similar to this grapefruit, we humans also have the most distinctive cortex, like this banana, which sits right on top of the mammalian brain. This is why our brains are so large. See, Vicky, you don't have this because you're a mouse. So if our pelvis remains wide open when we stand, we have to devote a great deal of energy to keep our legs from spreading apart under our body weight. But if we keep our pelvis more closed, it makes it much easier to stand. If our mothers were to give birth to us when our brains were fully developed, it'd be something like this. Apparently, it could be a problem. The only solution that would not permanently harm our mother's undercarriage is to give birth when our brains are not fully developed. This makes it a lot easier to give birth.
Bipedalism, walking vertically on two legs, saves energy and frees our hands. We started to make tools and use fire, and we started to travel further in search of habitats and resources. The excessive energy is used by our brains. Our unique brain structure allows us to not only remember experiences, but apply the lessons learned when similar events happen in the future. This was essential to human survival in early days. Even in college life, we use these skills daily. We study and then apply our knowledge on tests and assignments.
Despite being equipped with a superior brain and nimble hands, we humans never would have survived if we had been eaten by predators at a young age, when we were the most vulnerable. Even though now we're at the top of the food chain, it was not that way when we were living in the East African savanna.
If humans lived in small family units, our chances of survival would be very slim. For greater protection of the newborn and to increase the odds of survival, human communities formed. The human groups grew and grew until we populated the earth. Relating this to a college setting, if you work alone, you may not do as well or enjoy your time as much as someone who works and spends time with others.
Living in a large community, our ancestors had to develop an efficient and universal way of communicating. By assigning meanings to sounds and symbols, they were able to communicate without hassle. They started to express their feelings through patterns and sounds. Thus, art and music came to life.
We are not born with symbolic reasoning. In fact, babies need to spend 3 years exploring the world and assigning each object to their own symbols in their mind. It is a time-consuming process, but this skill enables us to learn from our mistakes and those of others. This was especially important in early days.
Let's recap. Humans have difficulty in delivering because we have large brains and small pelvis openings. Our brains are so large because we have a developed and complicated cortex. They grew because walking on two legs conserved energy which could be used by the brain. As a result, our mothers had to give birth when we are not fully developed, leading to a long and vulnerable childhood. Moreover, our unique brain allows us to take stored information and apply it to similar situations. We learned through experience that living in a large community ensures the survival of children. Formation of large communities demanded efficient communication, and thanks to our unique brain, symbolic reasoning filled the need. All of these contributed to the success of human survival.
All the features previously mentioned helped humans to adapt, not simply to a single location, but to the entire world as a whole.
Being placed in a stressful and competitive university, we are also trying to adapt. We have failures and we have triumphs. We make mistakes, we fail an exam, but we learn from it. We build up friendships and find our companions. It is just like surviving in the wilderness. So do not give up, because we are well equipped to live in this struggle. Oh, not again.